Black Myth Wukong is already out and the game is a huge success, everyone is loving it. We're seeing staggering numbers off Steam with upwards of 2 million concurrent players jumping into this new action title developed by Game Science, and so in today's video I wanted to showcase what exactly you can get from the digital deluxe edition. So whether you have yet to pick up the game and are deciding between getting the base version of the game or the deluxe edition, or if you already have the base game and are deciding if it's worth it to get the deluxe edition upgrade, then this is the video for you. Hello everyone, my name is Dark Hero and let's get started. So you can get the digital deluxe edition of Black Myth Wukong for €70 or $70, and the deluxe edition upgrade that you can purchase separate from the Black Myth Wukong game itself costs €10 or $10. So let's talk about the extra items that come with this edition and if it's worth it for you. Now naturally you do get the full game, on top of one brand new weapon, 4 pieces of equipment, 1 unique curio and the selected digital soundtrack. Now the selected digital soundtrack quite simply allows you to listen to multiple selected musical tracks from the game by going to the music library on the game's title screen. Now as for the rest of the digital deluxe edition items, that is the weapon, the equipment and the curio, in order to claim all of these you will need to access the Trailblazer's gift menu at the Keeper's Shrine, that is equivalent to a bonfire, a site of grace or any other respawn point, so you'll be able to claim these pretty much at the very start of your playthrough. And let's start by taking a look at the weapon, the Bronze Cloud Staff. Now there's going to be around 10 different equipable staffs that you can find throughout your playthrough in Black Myth Wukong, and this one is going to provide you with a bump in strength early on into your playthrough. Taking a look at the stats, the Bronze Cloud Staff comes with 36 damage, so 6 higher than the default Willow Wood Staff that comes at 30 damage, and you will also get a small 2% critical hit chance on top. Now the staff doesn't really come with any unique bonuses besides this, so again it's really made to be a small power boost at the start of your journey and will easily be replaced with a stronger staff after some time with the game. And up next we have the Curio, the Wind Chime. Now curios are essentially small trinkets that you can equip. You can think of them as being talismans or rings in other action RPGs offering a small passive bonus. In this game you can have 2 slots for them, potentially even more later on in the game, and the Wind Chime is going to quite simply slightly increase your movement speed. So again, just a very small bonus. Now as for your equipment, you'll get the entire Folk Opera armor set, containing the Folk Opera mask, the Folk Opera almsgiving armor, Folk Opera leather bracers, and the Folk Opera buskins. And all of them actually have different stats, and equipping all 4 pieces will provide you with a set bonus. The headpiece has 7 defense, the body 14, the arms have 5, and the legs have 8 defense. This totals to 34 defense, which is a lot higher compared to the 10 defense that you get by equipping the default Tiger Hide armor set, though that one is missing the headgear. And the set bonus for equipping all 4 pieces is called Every Bit Counts, and will moderately increase the will gained from defeating enemies, letting you rack up on the resource to then be able to more easily upgrade your weapons, equipment and much more. These pieces of equipment come in separately, which means you can keep or remove some of them to fit an aesthetic that you enjoy. I like the look of the entire set by itself, but I think visually I prefer to keep it without the helmet, though again if I were to remove it I would lose access to the set bonus. Once again, this deluxe edition bonus is going to serve as a bump in power early on into your playthrough, though this time it's going to be a lot more noticeable as you get more than 3 times the defense of your starting equipment. But keep in mind that you'll be able to find plenty of other armor sets throughout your journey, so expect to find around a dozen of them or so, which means that the Folk Opera armor set will soon be overshadowed by more powerful equipment. Ultimately, unless you visually enjoy the aesthetics of the weapon and the armor set themselves, or you want to listen to the game's soundtrack through the in-game menu, there's really no reason for you to get the deluxe edition. That is of course unless you would like to support the developers, as Black Myth Wukong is Game Science's first release, and it was seeing a lot of backlash on social media. I saw a lot of controversial articles talking about the game in a not so favorable light, and now that the game is out, everyone seems to be enjoying it. Looking at the Steam store, the game is sitting at a 96% overwhelmingly positive rating, which is just beautiful to see. And as I stated at the beginning of the video, the Steam charts have gone through the roof, as Black Myth Wukong currently has over 2 million concurrent players. And just to put this into perspective, Elden Ring peaked at over 900,000 players, and Monster Hunter World peaked at over 700,000 concurrent players. So seeing such a huge number on release is pretty insane. especially that it's a new IP from a new developer. So if you like what they are doing, you would like to support them in their future endeavors, maybe to get a DLC for Black Myth Wukong or a sequel in the future, maybe another game that further explores the Chinese mythos, much like we are doing in this game with the Tales of the Journey to the West, then maybe you could support the developers by getting the Deluxe Edition. As someone that is both a huge fan of action games and is also a huge fan of Journey to the West and pretty much all kinds of representation that we have seen from the Monkey King in all kinds of media, I'm just very happy to see this game succeed and being this good. As I talked about in my previous video, Black Myth Wukong is really carving a niche for itself because it's not really a Souls-like, it's a lot more fast-paced and somewhat compared to the action titles like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, but it's also not quite as fast and you do need to pay attention to what the enemies are doing to dodge them, learn their attack patterns and punish them accordingly. And you don't necessarily end up comboing the enemies to death, there's more so this rhythm and dance that you get from this game, which in my opinion is a very satisfying type of combat that we really haven't seen a lot from many other games. Anyways, I don't want to keep rambling for too much, but I do enjoy this game and I will try to make some videos for you, though it is going to be difficult with all of the Monster Hunter Wilds videos that I have prepared for you guys. But I will be doing my best to provide you some good coverage that you guys might enjoy. Let me know if you guys are playing Black Myth Wukong, are you getting the Deluxe Edition, and how much are you enjoying the game. With that being said, my name is Dark Hero and thank you all so much for watching.